the recognized symbol of excellence in Supershow deck tech.
Welcome to the show, it's time for stack cards. On a tray in the rain to make the game no hard. We teach you how to win, avoid the common mistakes. Don't always play champion, we shuffle like that with dice and raised in mistakes. We got deck, our strategy's the king. Don't fucking help me report if I'm playing golf and curry to finish. We could just pass with that, or you idiot. To help you dominate the ring, analyzing your moves so you hear the bell go ding. Here on the show we got the pro tips, so play around your protect the cause you know lose just this. What's today's when trade will sharpen your mind. To get ready for the show, it's stack card time.
Oh, hey, man. Welcome, everybody, to episode 9 of Stacked Card. We are going to be, as is the theme of the day, we're going to be talking about Olympics a decent amount. And finally, we got 2 coaches here.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The and Olympic themed. Why don't we take us away? Show the background for a second. The actual picture. It's a good reason we didn't use the actual picture and we used the Photoshop tray because that is property of Wizards of the Coast.
Oh yeah,
that is from MTG. So this is Loudmouth Leo Larynx in the center of. It's like, but I am for. That picture is going to be the basis for the Real Beaters faction logo if I do get a trio for the Real Beaters. Yeah, that it's still insane. But this is the second Olympics. I am very happy that they're bringing it back, and now it is under control of the guy who was spearheading this last year, John Polverino. So he's running the show, and I think they did the numbers. There are only 7 returning coaches and 9 new ones, and Trey is one of the new ones. As I said, it's like here are people in the TVA that I think that would make great coaches, and Trey was number 1, of course. And
3 of them.
Yeah. So it was like you and Zach for sure, and then I said it was like and Will's too busy with work and school, etc. But Chuck, if you can get him away from Hearthstone, I said he could probably do it, and that's why when Chuck was in there, I was like, I can't believe it. He actually said yes.
It's more anime binging now, though.
That's true. He is going through Bleach, although he is close to the end. So
crazy how fast he went through it.
Listen, he went through One Piece in like 2 months. Like this is not shocking to me. Like he like when he watches like a long anime series, that is all he does.
He locks in for it.
Yeah, he locks in. Like when he and Courtney, his wife, like throttled through One Piece. It was insane, and they didn't even like skip entire arcs like you can in Naruto. Like it's crazy. But we have the draft tonight during Talk of the Universe, kind of around 8:00. You, of course, are pick 3.
Mm-hmm.
I am pick 15, second to last. It's very funny. I said in the captain's chat today, I think Hold the Line Harry asked, it's like, oh yeah, a bunch of the captains didn't come back. And he was like, were there anybody that like weren't invited back? And Polverino was like, I would love to say like, oh, I didn't invite Grunt back, but no, everybody was. And I was one of the ones who said it's like, I too wanted to join the player pool and measure my EP against everybody else's. And Polverino was like, yeah, you were probably the only one I just flat out said, no, you can't quit. because because they're like, the returning champion cannot leave. And I'm like, damn it. It's like, imagine being the guy who climbs Everest. You make it halfway back down. And the Sherpa at the halfway point says, bet you won't do it again, pussy. So I'm like, all right, here the hell I go. I go back up. So I am back, and after a mild bit of controversy on whether the real beaters could return, I am probably going to have a whole new squad, unless something crazy happens. Like, listen, if you let Paul Morrell make it to me in the third round, that's your fault, not mine. I'll point at Trey and say specifically Trey's fault.
I will say Paul will not fall to the third round.
I was like, that's your family. God, yeah, that's the only reason he makes it to the third round if he started going by Clinton and nobody knows who he is. I
don't think we could have a Laramie Tunsil Bong video hit. I think that would actually move him up some draft boards.
For Paul, yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, it would absolutely. Like Possum needs to have a Laramie Tunsil. Absolutely. Let's see. We got people in the chat. We got Dark Prince. We got Yasmin, Flame Fighter. We have and I guess Dark Prince. We have your decks ready for next week because of like the importance of the Olympics. We were just going to talk about Olympics for a little bit, and because I said it's like, hey, if you do like a promo or like a post, like trying to put yourself over, I would like to show that because I mean that's what we like about this shit, man. Because people who don't know you, like there are people who like downvote on the coaches rankings, like coaches that they don't know, and the same thing on the player rankings, right? Because if they don't know you, they don't know who you are to draft you. Exactly. And that's why it's like, and that's how I was able to get Rhaegar the Dragon God in the 5th round last year, is because people don't know, like he actually knows how to play. He just like shows up to Atlanta locals like every 2 months, cleans house, and then just disappears. And now he's doing stuff in North Carolina, and who I might be talking to Maestro, one of your favorite competitors, about her organizing some of my cards. If she does that for a service, I just got to send her my cards, and she'll organize them. I'm like, for sure. All right, so Mikey is saying, people are saying I am in the 5th round for Supershow Olympics. Here is something that I want to talk about as players, things that you can do to make your coaches' jobs easier. Because we're at like the 11th hour, it might be too late. Things that you can do to make your coach's job easier for the next little bit.
I'd love to draft you in the 5th round, Mike.
Oh, that's Mike? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I like Mike. I beat him with Spencer Vance, and he was like, I like that. And I was like, you're a true pervert. Yeah. But honestly, the best thing that my guys did was be flexible. Like, so I'll tell you the exact process that I did with my guys, and it's probably similar to what, because Yaz is also like a smart player and stuff like that. And you were on Yaz's team last year.
Yours was different, but you go over yours first.
Yeah, sure. I know. I told my guys, I was like, I want your top 5 from every division. And it was like, just tell me top 5 from every division. Just like go over the lists. Tell me who you are, so I can have I have competitor value in my mind, things that I think will get drafted earlier, and then I can adjust off that. And so, like, Swaggy had Jeff Bravo in his Underworld, so it was like, Jeff Bravo had just won Faction Wars. And I was like, he's going to get drafted because he's a book match nightmare. So much, in fact, he just got banned from Supershow. So we got him in the first round. Second round, I was like, well, I told, or I had it from a little birdie, a fellow coach this year, that somebody would be drafting Mimic if I didn't. So I drafted Mimic in the second round because I wanted to play Mimic. Third round, I tell Paul. Paul was who I was like looking to slot into Worlds players because I figured he had like versatility. His top 5 did not include Mr. Pop and Twist. And I say, Paul.
He wasn't looking at tornado comps. He didn't say it.
Yeah, exactly. I say, Paul, can you handle a competitor that says you got 6 cards in hand and your 8 goes to a 10? And I was like, I think fucking anybody can handle that. And I was like, good answer. So I got Pop and Twist, and then after that we did Donation and Abigail. And the flexibility of my first round pick being I will go into United States and I will clean fucking house. Like, I think that's where teams are the best, when you're able to put your best players in like the most wide open divisions. Because like you were on AJ Styles, notably my AJ Styles that you borrowed, because it just like gets loaned around the TVA. And in retrospect, I think that does you a disservice because of your flexibility.
Well, yeah, I was at work when people started talking about what divisions they wanted in, and everyone else had kind of picked every other division and what their comp was in the division, and so I was like,
Right.
oh, I guess I'm playing Worlds, and I'll wait till the last round and decide what I want to pick. I was looking at Pop and Twist. That was one of them that, I would have went not in the last round for. But yeah, I was like, everyone else can get everything else that they want because
the real guts being the comp
in the
draft.
last.
I would agree, because if you're able to get like now, with 700 plus competitors nowadays, there are several good competitors. I don't think that unless you actively draft badly, your competitor, your 16th best competitor in Intergalactic is still fine. Like your 16th best competitor in Worlds is still the top 32
That was the logic
competitor.
last year. I'm getting a top 32 competitor.
Yeah, and Underworld, like same thing.
And spending a first round pick on a.
Yeah, third round I get Pop and Twist. I feel like that's a bit of a cheat, right?
I mean, it'd be one thing if Snake Pit was there in the third round, but.
No, the Snakes got drafted immediately.
Yeah, the Snakes were already gone. So
yeah, the Snakes get drafted so fast, and all the Hombres, I think too. The comp draft, for those who don't know, who haven't been involved in the captains, it is a rolling draft. So whereas the thing tonight for the player draft, we're doing it all in one night. The comp draft, because it would be insane if they did it the same way. They give you some time to talk with your teams and be like, I'm good at playing this, etc., and get your lists and stuff like that. So I hopefully Cannoli just doesn't draft 1-1 tonight. So because I will be second pick, and it's like, well, if you're gonna rush me, I'm probably gonna just draft a Worlds and then move on. But and that rolling draft, and part of that strategy is like, well, 8 people have already drafted Worlds, and the pick that I want could be one of the next 3 Worlds drafted, so I should probably draft here. It's the same kind of things when drafting fantasy football. And honestly, like that's where I think you and Zach and all of the guys that I have played fantasy football with will be a lot better at, is the competitor draft, because yeah, you understand, like, hey, there's about to be a run on Underworld. You might want to get the Underworld pick that you think is like in there, like is ahead above the rest, right? Yeah, realizing when there are value picks or not. Like Loudmouth Leo Larynx gave me 5 unhinged United States picks. Like, he didn't even give me by division. He just listed like 5 to 10 competitors and said, these are who I'm really good with. And I was like, these are all United States. We're sold. So that's why I was like, okay, you know what, that works. And before I picked donation, and I've told other people this conversation, I made him explain how donation works. And it's like, well, you see, you get the free kick and play. It means you can shuffle your deck every turn, which is already pretty good. You would agree. The shuffle your deck every turn. You get to immediately play into a follow-up, or your 10, 11, 12 can already be live. Because that means Arm Stomp is live turn 1. Like your Hold It Right There or your not Hold It Right There, the 10 for, I guess, for
Brawling
donation. Yeah, Brawling and Punching for that is already
did that
live.
against Piglet the other night.
Oh yeah, that's right. You kick into Brawling and Punching. It's like, not only do I have a 10, I've got a +1.
Draw a card 10 and 11. Oh man.
Oh, it's a shame. Yeah, but once he explained that, he was like, yeah, and you focus the finish sub, and it has 3 10s and a 5 to a 7, and you get to pick up 3 cards from discard pile if they roll 3 times. And I'm like, sold, understood. Like, and you saw he demolished people in the Olympics, and then in Faction Wars, he was the highest winning percentage of any team, like not any player that wasn't a winner. And he told me the deck doesn't change, and then he changed the deck against Trey in Faction Wars, and Trey felt betrayed.
Can't believe he would change his deck for a competitive event, man.
It's so mean of him.
I mean, Coach Brad didn't change the Peter Lionheart deck. I didn't feel like, allowed
no.
to change.
But he did change his deck for the Olympics when he had the Madness Unsealed or whatever, which almost worked against Donation and Pop and Twist. If Loudmouth did not know about that card, he absolutely gets DQ'd. The Duranger almost killed Paul, and that's still one of the, like...
Paul's like, it's no DQ now. I don't care.
Yeah, the funniest thing where it's like, yeah, Paul doing his typical, like, talking himself up, talking shit. It's like, you got to be prepared. I got these spectacles, baby. Says I can't lose my DQ.
I'm always ready.
I'm always ready, baby. And he was like, well, I don't give a shit. I'm just going to play Duranger and get a finish roll. He was like, it doesn't change the text on the card, dumbass. And I am, and I'm watching this, and as the coach, one, I didn't see it coming. For sure didn't.
No.
But
I mean, I was gonna say, like, I'd had this talk with Piglet and Coach Brad like 8 months prior, so like I know the strategy, but did not see it coming.
No, and my heart like lurches when he gets a finish roll off, because he, like, I believe the Olympics like flips on a dime if he rolls like 10 to an 11, because it was crowd meter 1. And so if he rolls 10 to an 11, like the entire career of Coach Brad changes, I think. But he doesn't, and then Paul survives and wins, and then I'm able to tell Loudmouth, like, look out! He's able to win off that too. And Boss and Booker are like,
subs are a no-go. You cannot push subs into this guy.
Cannot play submissions. Don't do it. If that thing is good, don't do it. Yeah, one of the more entertaining, like, booked match decisions I've ever seen. Like, and hats off to I believe it was Steve and Boss that did that, because Boss swears that he's the one that told him to put in the Duranger. Like, Brad was like, I'll do the Madness Unsealed, and then Boss was like, well, if you're going to do that, put in Duranger to get a finish roll. The Olympics, like, it was a good time just from, like, a lot of, like, the insane things that happened. And it's not as long as Faction Wars rounds are, because everyone just always has 2 matches, 3 if you get picked into the specialty match, which there's normally like 1 per round. But you'll always play against your division opponent and your draft position opponent.
The insane thing last year, me and Brian going over his deck and building it, and then 6 hours later we get matched up in the first round.
Oh yeah, that was funny as hell. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's like,
I
oh,
was like,
shit.
yes, I know what his deck list is.
Well, good news, Yaz. We have an advantage. The the best thing is like you get these little stories. Like Colin Simon beat Pop and Twisted Mimic last year with a dead 22 because he ran Fire One across the bow and Rah Rah Parry. And he played me first, and he played Fire One. And I was like, "What the fuck? You're not strike 8?" And he was like, "No, I'm not because I'm a cheater. So it's a blank 22." And he still wins like Crab Beer 3, and I'm like, this is bullshit. And that's why I'm like, yeah, Rah Rah Parry, nonsense. But
Not the tornado comp.
right, and something like that. I mentioned the divisional draft opponent. You can do the same kind of thing. Like if you know, like Carlos Lumbre, possible first round pick, and they draft King Brian Cage. All right, so you know that you're gonna have to play King Brian Cage and Carlos for global and first round. You can prepare accordingly for that. You can draft your grapple 10, strike 8, and then tech and sub high enough to focus strikes kind of thing to counter King Brian Cage. Like and as summoned, friends put friends through tables. Yeah. So that sorry to use you as an example, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like if somebody gets typecast to those types of competitors, and that's what I thought was
an agility 10 comp if you're playing against Carlos. Just
agility
maybe.
9, yeah, agility 10, yeah,
you might want an agility 10 comp.
Yep, absolutely.
Or an 8 equals, you know.
Yeah, 8, 9, yeah. The things like that, like when I was drafting, I was able to see like, oh, I see there's going to be a ton of captains in the triad competitor. So I ended up having to play captains like all of the time. Like Polverino and I played 2 matches, and I got him with inside cradle botched, and then he got me with unstoppable death by elbows with no elbows, and I was like, son of a bitch. I was like, he got me. And then it was like half crab every fucking time I play against John Polverino from now on. And then I got him in second game because I'm not Mimic not going down without a fight. But yeah, that's my past recollections from the Olympics. So you were on Team Yaz. Describe what that was like.
I mean, everyone kind of just went to their own division, and they had the comp that they wanted, and the draft just kind of fell to us with what people wanted. It was very seamless.
Okay, and
yes.
I think
people pick what they wanted, and
yeah, she said that it was like in retrospect she wishes like she had like more pushback compared to like specific competitor choices, which I had some, but that's why I had like a top 5, and I was able to pick like what I felt was the best. Like the Amber Noble was like second or third on Jeff Delisle's list of global, and I was like, well, I fucking know how to build Amber Nova. So do you, apparently, per Possum, and so does Chuck. And that's why I was able to like talk him off the ledge of doing Pineapple Nova, and we did we were able to make that work. But nobody was like super hard set on like I want to play this competitor. Technically, I was able to talk Gary into playing a competitor that he had sworn off, so that was nice. Didn't know that was a thing, but yeah. Whoops. But hey, he won.
Very good competitor.
A very good competitor. And he played it online, which is even crazier.
Yeah.
And listen, if you get somebody in the 5th round and they're a 50-50 guy, you kill for that. Like somebody who knows how to play and is just like, I will win at least one game every round. Fine with it. Yep. All right. But part of the things we're going to do Draft Spectacular. And I asked for people to send in things, and of course they didn't send it to me because why would anybody message me? But they put them on the discussion group. So we have Brian Schmidt. already for tonight. He's picking Rambo Apocalypse. He'd better. I've seen.
I would hate for him to pull a Drew Madsen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just swap the boss, or he does the opposite, just swap the boss.
We'll just swear that you're taking someone and then just don't.
Pate is oh my god. No, I would I'm trying to think like the biggest heel turn possible. Like if Schmidt takes Eddie Fury, or like not Misfit because he's not in the draft, but like that would be. Schmidt's an idiot. He should absolutely take Will. Like, what are we doing here? Let's see. A very limited deal. Uh-oh. Schmidt takes Kirk Polka. That would be great. He would just be like, you know what? We're just gonna wool cutter people. He's like, and Kirk's like, I've already wool cuttered you enough. All right. So Constantine Matthew, which I love this. Not only because Constantine's a cool guy, he also listed the competitors he's created. And this is cool because I love a lot of his competitors.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you do too.
Yep.
Yeah, he's Matthias, son of Zeus.
I was going to say they're very popular in the TVA.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, and it's funny because like you have a favorite here with Matthias. Will like Helen was TVA champion with Helen. I love LaFenix.
Yep.
So it's like we love a lot of these competitors, but that shows like the versatility and creative mind that Matthias can have. And let's see, he's chill, easygoing, has a cat that's very active. His name is Lord Garuth. May have heard of him as well. Large collection of competitors, so he's flexible. Was able to create a lot. And he's the Deep South Tag #1 contender. I did decide. I talked to Joel, and they are going to be the #1 contender at Aegis and Augury. Justin Myers, Jokerfish, Factory Wars winner. Move along. All right, here we go. This fucking guy, Kirk Polka, sheep of the era. Noted
a Kirk Possum match to see who actually needs to go in the third round.
Yeah, noted jerk. And he just decides to insult every coach. Jeff McPeak, not even the best McPeak in your house. Fair. Greg Shockley, drafting me isn't very # for the ladies. Trey Cantrell, I'll stop making characters for you to win with. That's a
I think
tough
Boss
one.
needs to like hit me up there then to make sure that I don't take Polka #3.
Yeah. 4, John Polperino, Spinebuster. That's clearly an inside joke that I don't understand. Jonathan Thu, a snail and a clock. Definitely just calling him a slow ass. Matt Nealon, seriously, who likes pineapple on pizza. 7, Dwayne Rainey. McDonald's is your kryptonite also, and then a picture of a donut. Now, fat jokes is very funny to me against Chuck, because it's like Chuck's like not that big, but it's just like, as someone who's like absurdly large, I'm like, the fat jokes on somebody who's like I don't consider fat just always come out of left field for me. I'm like, what? But he also could be referring to him eating McDonald's at Miso's and then immediately losing to Larry Beadnell. I didn't ask. I just laughed.
Brock could be glazing.
Could be glaze, yeah. For the donut at the end. Brock Smith, I'm old enough to be your dad. Actually confirmed, yes. Zach Ashley. A quote from Zach Ashley as he says, "What's a cosmic wool cutter?" Which is what Zach said whenever Kirk Polka hit him with a cosmic wool cutter to win the LFF tag title with Rambo Apocalypse. Rare ass finish that nobody has, cosmic wool cutter. Except for Trey, apparently. Trey had one.
Yeah, it was the only finish I had. I didn't know that there was any difference.
Didn't know there was another grapple. Colin Simon, if you can't take me back to the year we had 24-hour Walmarts, what good are you? Good point. Missed 24-hour Walmarts.
Definitely missed 24-hour Walmarts.
I want to be able to walk into Walmart for 3 o'clock in the morning for motor oil, milk, and like a onesie. Like I want to be able to just get fucking anything at Walmart at 3 in the morning.
Definitely, there's a lot of nights I wish I could just walk into Walmart when I get off work.
Yep. Brian Schmidt, you really suck at Fortnite. Low blow, but probably true. 12, Ian Chambers, Bulbasaur is the worst starter. Agreed. Dan Hughes, I don't have time to play with myself. Disagree. Ref Dave typing a message to Christopher Pate. I'm definitely not reading it. Don't worry. The Sean Loeb, CM Punk is the best in the world. I take it that Sean does not like CM Punk. Drew Madsen, TVA's number 2. Sure. And then Anthony Perry, Obi-Wan sucks and Full Nelson's a jank card. Anthony Perry, the cannoli, beat Kirk Polka for the world heavyweight title because he hit a Full Nelson for most of the match and hit it and devastated Kirk Polka. Full Nelson won him the match. But yeah, very good. It's like, that is a fake card. Yeah, Sean Steiner promo. Pull
Hey
it up.
there,
I
that
haven't watched
dude
this one.
here. So apparently the dude got drunk and a little high and signed up for something called the SRG Olympics. So I'm not quite sure what that is, but if you pick the dude, your team is guaranteed to have a good time and win it all. Yeah, that's right. The dude abides. Hey there, that
The dude, apparently drunk and high, signed up for the SRG Olympics. Makes sense. Schmidt just talking shit to Cannoli. Yeah, Pate does not care whether somebody's on stream. Now, I heard about this promo because Zach watched it, and it's like, oh my god, he's speaking like a real human being.
Dread Pirate here. Hi, guys. Little tired today. Not going to go into the Dread Pirate gimmick. It's just not that day. I'm here to talk to you all about the draft. Specifically, when you're going to pick me in the draft. And the answer is, you're going to pick me last. You're going to pick me last because it's me. And you know I should be picked last. You're also going to pick me last because everyone's going to talk about picking me last. So, that's all I'm here to say. Pick me last. Bye, man.
Notably Mr. Irrelevant from last year, but he was only Mr. Irrelevant last year because the SRG Olympics had just started, like just got announced, and he says, I'm not sure about my availability. And that's why he was like last pick. Like Horse and Jeremy asked me who I said last pick was, and I was like Simon, because that's why. There will be a sale limited to 45 sets at 9 p.m. What kind of sets are we? What kind of sets are we talking about? Are we talking old school? Are we talking special Olympic box sets? Like any clue? My wallet is open. I'm just saying. Get a little tickle. Shiny cards. Fair enough. Listen, if they're new foils, I want them because I should have some. Let's see. All right. I believe Simon should be higher than the last pick. There are definitely worse players than Simon Strauss, and especially like Schmidt confirmed his availability is a lot better, which is, Simon played his matches anyway.
Better than some people.
He said, "You have lots; those will go out post Origins." All right, thank you. Yeah, just let me know whenever I can special request them, boss. I will do that. I'm back to playing weekly, so I could just request them whenever. I should have
shiny FTL, or no? That's not a shiny. That was an alt. Yeah, it was shiny.
No, yeah, you shinied.
Yeah.
I should have like a catch twist, a TVA commissioner, a mimic. All right, so next up we got the Nightmare King, Mikey Nichols. I will read this one. Try not to. Let's see. Greetings, SRG and LFF. It's me, the Nightmare King, Michael Nichols here, and Vacation Commission. Oh, because of the logo, you sweet man. And I know tonight is the SRG Super Show draft for Super Show Olympics. And I'm here to tell you that when you pick me, I promise I promise you, I will prove to you that I can get the job done for the team and the captain as well. I heard I'm probably in the 5th round, so expect a lot from me. But I'm getting out of here. This is Nightmare King signing out. And remember, SRG and LFF, hashtag let's rock out. Talk to you later. Bye, man. I love the fact.
A big part of Harvey Luster's team.
Oh, yeah. He's normally a big for the ladies guy.
Yeah, I figured that was for sure where he was going.
Mikey in the 5th round. Mikey rolls hot. I will say that. I think he's one of those that are inflexible competitor-wise. But if you listen, man, give him Brian Cage, he'll go 2-0. Probably. Hey, listen, give him what he knows, he can kill it.
Yep.
Chris Bagillo, one of those who was by unanimous 1st round overall. Tonight is the draft. As per Jeff McPeak sheets last night, I'm one of the few with all 1st round grades from everyone. With that said, I'm still going to stroke my own horse cock. Former LFF World Champion, former LFF Underworld Champion, former LFF Tag Team Champion, former LFF Trios Champion, former LFF Tri-State Tag Team Champion, current LFF Old School Champion, current LFF Hardcore Champion, winner of the 2025 SRG Super Show Cup, 4-time LFF Match of the Year winner, former Faction Wars winner. If this isn't enough to make you want to draft me, then it's your last. Former OnlyFans champion. Yeah, get the handcuffs. Yeah, listen, Horse has done a lot this year. And I'm shocked that he didn't throw in an FU Drew Madsen in that. Paul Morrell, my guy. the what?
He's got a little note down there for Chuck.
A soda can.
I didn't catch the note to Chuck the first time.
Oh yes, I did. I did see that the first time. Paul Morrell, my chiropractor, my 2nd round pick, Olympic gold medalist, just getting some last minute work done in the war room. Happy Olympics Day. Get adjusted. We got a couple of competitors been playing recently. I heard in record time, Schmidt asked him how he would build swim files. He's got his gold medal. He's got 8 to a 10, reminding me my favorite Olympics match in which Paul talked cash shit to Dwayne Rainey for an hour while beating in a worlds match between Macho Mania and Pop and Twist. Ronnie Roms. You're not making it easy on me, Ronnie. Do a paragraph before this. Let's be honest, most of you coaches don't even have the slightest clue about the last year that Rowdy Ron has gone through. I'll spare you the details, but to go through the darkness and still keep my head up and enjoy dominating Super Show the way I have over the last few months, you'd be silly not to draft me. I get it. You look at the past, you'd be doing your team a disservice if you look over the fact that my name sits among the top of the best players in 2025. One half of the reigning defending Deep South Tag Champions, correct? Reigning and defending UCW World Heavyweight Champion? Sure. Reigning and defending now World Heavyweight Champion? Absolutely. Former Trios Intergalactic and Deep Six Champion? Absolutely. Former Rising Star Tournament winner? I'm better. And the tournament... that was a thing that we did. And the current number 1 ranked player in the online Super Show Challenge. We got... Listen, we knew it was coming at some point. Somebody was going to post it as soon as they started tracking it.
I want to thank you for agreeing to meet with me, to help me out to understand. I've been enlisted in something called an Olympics. I don't know what the Olympics is. It's not nothing to do with Lucha Libre. What is an Olympics? Is it something you eat? Is it like, what is the Olympics?
The Olympics,
Yes.
started by France.
I see.
The Greeks had something similar. Backyard wrestling in the nude, throw people around, get sweaty. But we made it special. We do it because we're superior.
That you backyard wrestling in the nude because you're superior.
The Olympics.
Oh, I see. That's the difference.
Yes.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, each year we win all the medals. But we don't tell anybody we win because we don't want them to feel like the trash they are.
I see. So the kindness of your heart, you let the other nations think they're winning events.
Yes.
I see.
The Olympics is where all the nations come together and try to do their best to claim some type of medal.
I see.
But that's why we're superior, because each year we show out.
So the Olympics are a place to show out and get medals of various compositions. I want a uranium medal. So I would go and I would compete in this Olympics. I want everybody on my team to get a uranium medal and rub it against their face all night, especially if I don't like them. But yes, the power of Lucha Libre will show out in these Olympics. Thank you.
You heard it.
All right. John Constance over there explaining the very French thing of the Olympics. That's why I was standing for my national anthem over here. To rip it from Spencer, had to rip it from Spencer Vance's cold dead hands. I just realized he may actually be passed on, so fuck me. Eddie Fury, not worried about where I'm picked. The lower round you can get Eddie Fury, the smarter you are than all the other coaches. I just hope there aren't any egotistical a-holes on my team. That's not a shot. Only liked by Chuck, so that may be a spoiler on who's picking Eddie Fury.
So we're the Hill Team 6s, huh?
Ah!
Greetings, LFF! It is I, El Gordo Americano! Back in May, I made my debut at ACCW. Unfortunately, it was a loss to the kingpin of professional cards and dice. So I went home, back to the Gulf of America, and I trained with people. And now, I'm here for redemption. What better way? The Supershow Olympics! Now, you can choose me, and I will bring America to your team. So, captains, bring the pride of the Gulf of America to the Olympics!
Be very difficult to play against him in person. That mask was very shiny.
Yeah, that mask would blind you. I think it was actually blinding himself. You could tell by the squinted eyes. Swaggy, I'm going to be honest. I don't really care. Trust me. I just want my team to not be insufferable. Well, that was him last year. Swaggy, notably, I think he only had me ranked at 9 or 10. So I'm glad that I was proved to not be insufferable. All right, this one. We got to talk about this one. There is no I cannot think of a single picture that had somebody burst onto the scene than this one. It is insane. Okay, the caption. Good morning. My promo for the Olympics 2025 wouldn't load, and I wanted to get something out before the draft. You were looking at the rookiest of rookies, blind kickstarting the Mucha Lucha set, lucky enough to meet Steve Reska at Geekway to the West in St. Louis, learning the game and winning my demo. I haven't lost a match yet. You're looking at the Rookie of the Year this year. The funniest shit. Which one? Which guy in the mask are you? I'm the one in the mask. Reply. I mean standing. All right, so I have no idea what the hell's going on here. I just understand that it's June, so God bless you. Missouri, am I right? Listen, that was insane. Oh my God. Yeah. Hadn't heard about this guy at all. Comes out of nowhere, and it should be post of the week. Absolutely. Possum is damned determined to go in round 3. Paul is a little bit more tongue in cheek. He saw some people rate him low, and he's like, fucking wish it would drop me to round 3. Even though he absolutely deserves to be at least one for me. Yeah. All right, let's play the Grump promo.
Ladies and Gentiles, in this Olympic Eve, the GRUMP comes to you. Bad back and all, I've been rehabbing, carrying the strap with the chosen one defending it, even with my bad back. And with that in mind, old Horatio here and the biggest icon of wrestling cards and dice are ready to lead an Olympic team to glory. Jeff McPeak already probably locked in his pick, but I hear he may be fielding offers. Every captain should be trying to trade up for the biggest icon of wrestling cards and dice the greatest player this game's ever seen. Oh, baby. The Grump of the era will lead your country to gold. By God, it's the American dream, and God bless the Grump. Thank God for the Grump. But hey, maybe Jeff McPeak makes a mistake. Maybe he takes someone else. That would be, I know, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Yeah, I know. Oh, my God. Anyway, so listen, it's neither here nor there. I am here because Grumpsville has taken the year off. The greatest player this game's ever seen has got to lead a dream team because there ain't no dream team without MJ. There ain't no gold without the GOAT. And so I decided to stop being the coach and be the player and carry somebody on this bad back. Because my bad back is twice as good as everyone else's full back, baby. So every captain, get those trade offers in before McPeak takes the obvious icon of wrestling cards and dice, the greatest there ever has been and ever will be, and takes Olympic glory, baby. You want to be a real beater this year? You better have the GRUMP, or you're looking at silver at best, baby. And silver only looks good on Horatio. Baby!
I do like the fact that what if just the Olympic gold medalist just becomes the real beater? Like that's just the name for the Olympic gold medalist. Like that would be something I did not anticipate.
It's just crazy that people think that the Grump is going to fall to the 7th overall pick.
It's crazy.
I cannot believe wild that anyone would think that he would fall to the 7th overall pick.
Personally,
the greatest,
the icon of cards and dice. Personally,
how would 6 captains pass on him?
Personally, I believe that the GRUMP is for the ladies. So I think he's going
That's a very good point.
I think that would be excellent. I have a certain amount of picks in my head that I think if they get made would be the funniest possible options. And the Grump going top 3 is definitely one of them. And this one's
I've just been told for, the past year and a half how great he is, the greatest of all time. And to think that I would pass on him if I had the opportunity at number 3.
It would be insane. Couldn't believe it. Don't believe it. Yeah. We love Shador Sanders. This post got necroed a little bit from Possum King, but this is from Aaron64 of SRGPC and recent Trios title acclaim. I wasn't planning to answer, but since I was convinced to enter the Supershow 25 Olympics. Here's a player profile for coaches since I'm not active much nowadays and y'all might have forgot. If coaches have questions, please ask and I will answer. Named Aaron, Arcade Act Aaron, AAA. Listen, AAA might be the move. Region, Deep South, introduced to the game. Chuggy introduced me to the game a long time ago. Player accomplishments, LFF Trio. Help. Go back up. Go back up. I can't read it if you go away from it. LFF membership ring owner. Help! I'm being sabotaged. We got a new saboteur. Winner of Bob's online CSC giveaway tournament. Undefeated the entire tournament. True innovator and advocate of a very specific number 26. At one point, Lucky Cat Neko even called it the Aaron Special while commentating. If you know, you know. It's Schoolboy. LFF award accomplishments, not active enough for awards. That's fair. Local accomplishment, many time FCW, and by the way, this FCW has people like Bob Dunn in it, so keep that in mind. FCW Trios and Tornado Champ, Eternal Tag Team Champ with Chugonomics, former FCW Underworld and former FCW Hardcore. They got a lot of damn belts down there. Likes. He is the Chloe My King. He is the guy who popularized it. All right, I guess we're not going to read his whole profile. Sorry, Aaron, you got cut for time. Ref Dave cut it for time.
Enough promos.
He said, "Let's get to the Colby shit." It's fucked up, Dave.
Born better, chosen one. Nobody on my level, I'm 1-1. Top shelf, there's no comparison. Born better, chosen one. Born better, chosen one. Nobody on my level, I'm 1-1. Top shelf, there's no comparison. Born better, chosen one. This ain't luck, this is destiny. This was written in the stars, can't get next to me. This was handed down from God, this is legacy. I'm an anomaly, I do this effortlessly. Yeah, I do it with ease, it's in my blood. And if I want it, then I get it, never step in the mud. Wealth is a drug, and I can't get enough. I'm better than you, yeah, I said it, so what? Born better, chosen one. Nobody on my level, I'm 1-1. Top shelf, there's no comparison. Born better, chosen one. Born better, chosen one. Nobody on my level, I'm 1-1. Top shelf, there's no comparison. Born better, chosen one.
Colby's a piano guy? Nate. Nice.
I was going to say the people that went out there and threw 4th rounds on Colby's name again this year after the year he's had.
All right.
Just haven't been paying attention.
Dave, I know I'm not fucking reading this one. This one's long. Brian Ozelick, I think is his name. Ozelick. Yeah. Underrated player from Indiana. Looks like a slightly less red Tim White.
Awesome guy. Draft him. He's cool.
Okay. Ron Rumble. Rookie of the Year. Best mic skills. Hype Man of the Year. Catchphrase of the Year. Multiple time LFF champion. Oh, I got Flame Fighter with that one, apparently. A slightly less red Tim White. And that's just Paul Perino going over the format, which promptly changed after I said this sucks. Oh, this is a horse where he just says, I suck for making him change. I think that's about it for the ones that came out today. He said, hold up, read the poem. Where's the poem at? If you can find that one. Oh, that's right. No, Schmidt. I believe it was Schmidt. Oh, no. Or I guess it was his poem. Okay. All right. 'Twas the night before draft day, and all through the show, all the coaches are fighting to see who gets Rambo. Schmidt is studying inside of his cave. Who's going to be doing some shots with Ref Dave? Will Cannoli bring back yours truly, our resident Spice Lord, or will Cheetah or others take me aboard? Will Flame Fighter be the first union to go, or will HR Informant steal the show? Who's going first? Maybe Yaz or Bob Dunn, or will Grump end up being Mr. Number 1? Will Meeple and Bossman be in the top 10? Definitely not Meeple. There's plenty of choices, like Grim Librarian Ken. There's plenty of others, too many to name. Will this be their venue to bring them much fame? So grab a water, Pepsi, or beer, playing a craft, and have a great time watching the draft. If the captains don't know someone, give them a go. In a spectacle so grand, they call it Supershow. Listen, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I do not have the patience to rhyme that much. I really don't. I give up like 4 lines in. Oh my god. Let's see. Can you pull up the deal for Boss just in case somebody came back in? Let's see. Brian is awesome. That also from more red flame fighter. That's the thing. Tim is red as hell. He's just he's like slightly less red. Apparently Indiana, just like a bunch of red bearded dudes. Didn't know that it was just Ireland or Norway in the Midwest. Let's see. And Boss, it's like there will be a sale limited to 45 sets at 9 p.m. So
when the Olympics starts.
Well, yeah, when the Olympics. The deal is somewhere or just what he said. I'm assuming he'll put it on the site during the draft, if I had to guess. Which means all you suckers drafting early will have to keep track. And me at pick number 15, I got to sit my ass there and wait, so I'll be able to check out. Yep. 9 p.m. So, yeah, 8 o'clock in the correct standard time. Oh, my God. But here's the thing. The Olympics is a fun time. You get experience with hopefully some people that you're not used to. I hope that some things that we have done in previous episodes will help prepare you for booked matches, because that's all this is. So you need just listen to the advice that we've given you. If you need it, if you don't, then just listen to me talk shit. The focus on your opponents. The strengths and weaknesses, what you should be focusing, certain stops, what their specific strategies, how they like to play, and just have a good time. Like dice are dice. Like you can lose in 3 turns, you can play for an hour. It's like just have a good time. Not everybody gets to win. That's why I strut around with my gold medal. That's in the other room. I need to go get soon. If you don't, I believe Polverino and Boss had mentioned about like a points chase that happens if you're knocked out to try and keep teams together. That is one of yes, that is one of the best ideas I've heard.
Yes,
like because that and while I obviously I won and loved year 1 of the Olympics. The fact that some teams, like some players didn't get to play, that sucked. And fixing that, I think, will be a major step forward to making this whole event worth it for everyone and for everyone to be able to play and learn and have fun.
Yep.
All right. So everyone in the draft, have fun. Hold on to your butts for those drafting. Strap in. And for those just chilling, wanting to watch what chaos happens, enjoy. We'll sign off, and we'll see you 2 weeks from now, probably, because you're working next week. Oh yeah, you're working next week, and we got Southern Fried next week. Mm-hmm. So we'll be back probably with a Southern Fried recap.
Southern Fried and Origins recap.
Yeah, well, Dave will be at Origins, so yeah, he can handle that bit. Absolutely. All right, y'all have a good night. Enjoy the show.
See y'all.